as growth in businesses. And going back to how we started today's session, how does business grow? It grows when a lot of factors are put in place. One of those factors, innovation. So that brings us to the next discussion at hand. What is innovation? Innovation basically refers to an aspect whereby we have an ever-growing new medium that has been put in place. An ever-growing new medium that has been or is being put in place to ensure that whatever structure has been laid down does not remain static, does not remain dormant. It gives it the room to spread wings, it gives it the room to fly, just like the birds in the sky. Now, what happens when innovation comes to businesses? We see a spurge of growth. And this happens because the concept of innovation is key for the enhancement and performance of every business. Innovation just simply refers to how businesses, companies can thrive in whatever circumstances they find themselves in. And also ensuring that whoever it is that is managing such business is always kept on their toes to ensure that they are looking for new ways and new mediums to ensure that there's an expansion of their business, to enable their business thrive, to enable their business fly like the birds in the sky. Now, what are some of the concepts of innovation? Innovation aids adaptability. Innovation aids revenues. Innovation also as a concept aids promotion and expansion of products. Now, as a small business owner, which we like to refer to in most of our discourses, or as already established standard companies, there is a need for you to have a team of innovators around you. And why I said a team of innovators around you is because you as an individual cannot necessarily do it alone. For you to gather or for you to garner the much needed expansion you desire, there is a need for you to surround yourself with like-minded members that think alike. Like they say, great minds think alike. So there is a need and a necessity for you to surround yourself with like-minded personalities that would help and ensure that that business in which you have set up is achieving the needed result in terms of profit, and as well setting itself up for a room of expansion. And that's why innovation is really key. The concept of thinking out of the box. What are the types of innovation that we could look at? We could look at innovation in relation to product innovation, as well as innovation in relation to a business plan innovation. Innovation in relation to public innovation basically talks about product innovation rather basically talks about the fact that as a product manufacturer or as a product distributor, there is an onus or a demand or an expectation on you to continue to give your consumers, give your customers a much needed product that fits with the happenings and the changes of the society. I'll give you a brief example. If you look back to the previous years, let's say from the year 1999 down to 2001, 2005, that's the late 90s down to the early 2000s, a popular drink which we are all familiar with, the Coca-Cola drink, Coca-Cola beverage drink. If you notice, or if you take a good look and study this company, you notice that the bottling products in which they have been using to package their beverage drinks has always, from time to time, developed a slight change in design. This as a concept is not just to ensure that, they meet customer demand in terms of beauty and whatnot, but it's also to ensure that they do not remain static in the business, thereby ensuring that if there is an opportunity for people to pirate their already established bottles, there becomes a change in the business, and as such, people who have already had an idea of creating such bottles have to now shift from the particular bottles that have been created to a new one, because there's always an evolving brand. So that is why there is a need for products to actually, for owners to actually be innovative with the terms of product that they deliver. Because it's not just meeting market suitability, but there is also a need to ensure that the product that you're giving out is also protected from any form of piracy and whatnot that may actually affect the scope of your business. And as such, product innovation not only aids productivity or expansion in the market, but it also helps to protect the lifespan of a business. Now we come to the second type of innovation which we talked about, which is a business plan innovation. And that just basically relates to the financial side of innovation as a concept in businesses. Now, why do we say this? And why is this very an important aspect of innovation we are talking about in relation to businesses? It's an important aspect because as a key player in business sector, you are to ensure that you are always strategizing and looking for new ways to generate revenues for your company. Your company can only do as good as what the company is actually sending out. You can only do as good as what you're sending out. So if you choose to remain static, if you choose to remain on the revenues in which you are creating for a particular year, then there is a possibility, or every possibility, that your business might not stand the test of time. And this is because there are a lot of factors that needs to be taken into consideration. There's a factor of inflation. Inflation is something that happens or is guaranteed to happen almost every time, and this affects businesses to a large extent. There's also the factor of global warming and all other antecedents that may happen in respect of operating your business. And then there's also the factor of operational hazard, risks that may not have been that you cannot account for, or might not be able to foresee, but you have to actually have a form of protective plan in place to ensure that when things like this happens, you're fully secured, or to an extent you're secured, to ensure that you mitigate whatever losses that your business might go on to encounter to the barest minimum. And so that's why the business plan innovation is a very important factor, a very important type of innovation that people or business owners need to key into and lay more emphasis on. Now, you can consider the concept of innovation all you like in terms of whether it is one for you to pay so much attention to or not. But the truth of the matter is, for you to have a business that not only thrives but soars and expands, you need to be innovative with the concepts in which you bring into your business. And that's why you see wonderful companies like Apple, for instance, having a financial baseline and project that a lot of companies can only dream of having. And Apple as a company always ensures that it is innovative with what it does. And that's why every year you have a new model of phones that are being produced and are being distributed and shipped into the market. And you see consumers are always willing to upgrade to the newer versions, irrespective of whatever minor change might have been put in or whatever major change might have been put into the new product. There's always an innovative mindset from the company which spurs consumers to always want to purchase and get the newer versions of products that are being shipped into the market. Also, Tesla, for example, a very wonderful company doing very well in the business market, always upgrading, always ensuring that there is a form of innovation to what they do. One of the first companies to actually produce electric cars, and this has been a breath of fresh air for the world in general. And this is because the world has or major factors or major personnel in the world have been advocating for a form of green and free environment, an environment that is free of modern day pollution and whatnot. And the pollution that cars and planes emit from the number of petroleum products that they use causes serious hazards to the world in general. And as such, the concept of a free electric car that was created by Tesla helps the marketers or consumers in this case that are choosing to go for a free pollution ride to subscribe to these products that are being created and ensure that they can actually use a vehicle or a model that suits their interest. So the concept of innovation is just something that has to be inculcated in every form of business, and it's a fantastic concept that I feel that as business owners we should pay so much attention to. Now, like I always say, if you enjoyed the session that we just had and you enjoyed the whole discourse, I would like you to also explore our other pages, which includes Ascent Realty, which also includes Ascent Consult, Ascent Debt Recovery, and you can get a lot of information from these departments and from these channels. But for our own students here, this is where we call it a wrap. We hope that you had a wonderful day listening to us. If you enjoyed our session today, we hope that you join us next week, same time and in the same place. But for now, I remain your host as well, Munachi Ogwayo, signing